Alright, so it was Sunday yesterday, so my homie does live sound and pull up, got some drinks, cause bartender's cool, and posted up with my homie, got a new girl. I seen her in like a FaceTime or like here and there. She had a homie or whatever. Miami dude, some dude going to school, who is Jewish for law. You can't make this shit up. But so we were drinking last night and shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Free beers all night, free tecates all night. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Rolling up. Actually, my buddy ended up stopped smoking. I was surprised. I didn't know. At first, I was like, "Your new shorty, man. She good for you?" This is what I question anybody. She was cool shorty. Um, I'm a question. My guy shorty at all times. You know what I'm saying? But she actually got my man to stop smoking weed in the daytime. And I was like, whoa. All right, that was some good work right there. But let's go ahead and hop into today. All right, so if y'all don't know how to read the shit, at first uh, these were journaling videos, and it was just me, lost, journaling my quest. But I'm really about to teach y'all how to fuck to read the shit now. All right. So you notice how last Friday ES closed as a bearish doji right here on the daily, and this closed bullish. It's already giving some reversal sentiment, just the fact that there's a doji, a body this small and a wick that long, yo. Sentiment. You gotta be able to look. The market's literally, she's saying, we've swept so much liquidity and we have so many sellers pushing the market up that this candle's not even gonna close bullish. It's gonna close bearish, yo. That's what the market is saying, yo. You gotta know what the market is saying is, yo. If you're just a retail trader, if you're just a fucking nobody, all right, you're not gonna know what this shit is saying, all right. But if you actually know that it's a conversation, all right. The markets are always expressing something. You gotta understand what she's saying, all right. And let's keep it going. I don't want to make this an hour-long video. So let's check the 4-hour bias. Or no, real quick. Let's go ahead and mark up our daily open right here. So ES over here opened up, closed bearish, or it's continuing bearish or whatever. Let's go ahead and get the sweeps out. So, open up a little sweep. So usually if it sweeps, it's gonna sweep the open always, and then it's gonna usually close in the opposite direction. So right here on the 4-hour, we swept, but then we closed bearish. We closed down. We didn't sweep the open from the bottom and then close up. That would have been more bullish sentiment. So alright, so already kind of some bearish direction right here. Alright, because it swept the opening price like it does at 1800, which TJR put me onto the Asian session being from 1800. I used to do 1900 because that's what ICT taught me. But I mean, if the market does start at 1800, then that makes more sense. That's what I need to pay attention to that. So shout out TJR for that. Alright, so yeah, we got this sweep. Now, you can't see the SMT from here because it looks like London didn't take out Asia on the 4-hour. So keep in mind little shit like that. But if we switch over to the 1-hour, you know what I'm saying? Fucking goddamn. That's a goddamn, not a God. I'm not using my Lord's name in vain. But so we can see that we got some bearish closing. You know what I'm saying? Shit closed right here. You know what I'm saying? Bearish. You feel me? Not only that, now that we're on the 1-hour, we can see that NQ actually took out, or London actually took out Asia on NQ. You see this? London took out Asia highs. Now, what's the SMT divergence? Alright, and you notice how Asia over here on ES didn't get taken out. And it actually broke structure bearish after the SMT. And then around 10 o'clock, which is basically close to 9:30, you could say 9 o'clock, we come up in this range, which means we could go down to a 15. So look at this range from this high to this low, which means when we're anywhere where we're above equilibrium, we are in a premium. So actually, let me just pull out the the tool real quickie. So alright, this is 50%. So anywhere over 50% is premium. Now you buy in a discount and you sell in a premium. Doesn't that make so much sense? You sell something expensive and you buy something that's cheap. It's actually the simplest shit. Like, but anyways, we're sweeping these lows at OTE. Let's go ahead and switch this to our OTE. You know what I'm saying? Get the OTE out just because. You feel me? Alright, or not the OTE, the Swift, which my Swift is like a OTE. You'll see that it'll probably be a minute shift. Just the projections are different. I think these are better projections. Uh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think we're going to use the closes and the opening prices and not the wick for the range because I think that's a better interpretation. That's what lined up here. But we're not holding for all that. This is the hundreds right there. The hundreds were near that fib level and they got smacked. But I'm pretty sure I do closes. But anyways, real quick before we go down to a lower time frame, let's also go ahead and mark out that we got these bearish order blocks right here, right? It's oh wait, wrong one. We got these bearish order blocks, these up closed candles. So you know my yellow lines are supposed to interpret sweeping liquidity. My whatever this color is, pink line-ish, supposed to encompass a SMT divergence. And you know my blue lines, they're supposed to resemble a break in structure. Why this one wasn't blue, I don't know. I'm about to delete all this extra shit. All these lines right here, I was doing, this shit is good. Like I had the monthly down, weekly down, but that's like depending on if you're doing like extensive like swing back testing or day, whatever. This is not a third, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got a little goddamn break structure on it. Alright, feel me? And we got these order blocks. The order block is the main thing you want to pay attention to. And I'm going to keep it real with you. This is really like a propulsion block, if I'm going to keep it real with you. I mean, there's so many propulsion blocks. We got this order block right here. I'm not going to do a whole propulsion block deep dive. I'm going to do that in another video. But I definitely see some propulsion flow happening here. So the propulsion flow that I see happening here is let's just go ahead real quick. So you got to look up that. If you want to see like a full video on a propulsion block, you got to go watch the ICT one. I'm going to make one here soon. But just go watch the OG shit. You don't ever learn from anybody who's not the OG. You got to learn from someone like me or TJR, who's cool, like a brother. But if you really want to learn this shit, you got to learn from the guy for real, yo. But we'll see. I feel like I'm a better teacher. I'm gonna be a better teacher than TJR though. I feel like TJR expresses always what he sees, but never tries to express what he doesn't see. But he always expresses the opposite of me occasionally here and there. So it's good to have like two biases. But yeah. And the part from my TJR boat, I realized that I still see the markets in a way that I see it for me to flow. So, type shit. Feel me? But alright, I'm acting too cool. Alright. The next fucked up. My whole body needs to be my fucking mind trauma. Shit. Fucking alright, so we got this order block, and when an order block hits an order block and creates another order block, that's harmony between two order blocks. So now by the time we get this third order block, which this part came into it, this part did not, but I'm gonna count this still because this wicked it. I'm still new to order block theory or a propulsion block theory, but it appears that NQ didn't hit that, and then fuck it, I'm lost, man. I'm lost. My bad. I got lost. Let's simplify the whole thing. Alright, I had a drink last night. I'm trying to be funny right now. That shit funny. Alright, so we're in OTE. We've closed bearish. We have a SMT divergence on a higher time frame, and we're in premium of a range, sweeping highs in OTE. This is simple money, yo. ES is the SMT, which means it's the heavier, whatever. So got the 5 right here. Pull out the 5. Now you see, ES is the one, the SMT divergence, which means we'd want to take the trade there. But so I'm gonna show y'all what really happened this morning. This morning I woke up, I was drunk. I saw this 5-minute breaker structure, and I was like, I'm gonna just hit buy. Took a little loss or whatever. I didn't give a fuck. Alright, I'm teaching y'all what really happened. I didn't even look at ES at all. If I would have seen all this divergence and all this shit, that's how this shit would have played out. This is really just a hindsight bias. And I took that other one in demo. But I'm saying, playing it off like I really did this shit. That's what I'm doing right now. So you see that we got this shit right here. Goddamn motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Breaker structure. 5-minute breaker structure. You know what I'm saying? Now I've been getting trades like this though. Like I've been on my ES and NQ for the last week, because I did 3 weeks out of my eval just gold, and then after about 3 weeks of losing here and there and some like small wins and decent wins, I was like, all right, we got to go full ES and NQ, because I had the shift. So my last week of my funded, I only did ES and NQ, except for this one really deep 4-hour OTE that I got a 10-to-1 in on gold, because I saw it was too fat, and then actually I could have held it for a 20-to-1. It was crazy. But so we got the 5-minute breaker structure, and we don't got it on NQ, but this is the asset we want to look at. So we just come in here, we can pull out our while we're here on the 5 minutes still. Let's pull our Swift out from here to then here. I can feel you. Let's pull our Justin Weirlin, the fucking scammer dude. Fucking took my fucking money from me. No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't have. I don't know why I paid his ass. I literally just threw that money away like a motherfucker. Like I really was like, wow. Let me just throw away $2,800 for a pussy ass motherfucker who can't even trade, who's at break even, yo. I should really beat Justin Weirlin's ass for real. Don't let me catch you at no fucking at no trading, at no Forex annual link up or none of that shit. Cause I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna call you out for being a bitch, alright? I'm not gonna fight you because we getting too much money for that shit. I'm gonna just call you out for being a bitch. And if you got them hands, cause I feel like you low key probably actually do on some like rich motherfucker shit. Like we could just throw it fair and square. Like that would actually be cooler. Cause I fuck with you. I'm saying you still taught me well, you know what I'm saying? But that whole coming out of scammer shit, that shit was lame. Alright, so we could just target London or New York just to make it like simple. I'm saying that's good money right there, but like the range is, we could at least try to take out the range. We don't gotta take out the projections past the range. Let's at least see if we can get in this range a little bit. Let's say we were gonna target right here, the last part. Alright, but I would round this up to the 20s, because that's the institutional level. Now it actually came all the way down to the hundreds, 200s. You see that? So it took both of these institutional levels out. But this would have been a good enough ratio right here. This is like a 2.7 to 1. I remember because I did the math earlier. Let's just go ahead and check. It's this simple, yeah. 261 divided by 160 is divided by 160 is What? 181 plus 80. Oh, we got the contracts fucked up. This is supposed to be two. I had to take profits. See, I had one contract here. I had two right here. All right, now this math is mathing. 362 plus 80 divided by 160. That is a 2.7625. So, and the way I'm seeing the shit now, it is like, oh, I can see the shit. And the risk to reward that NASDAQ and ES provide is so fire that you could fuck up like often and still make money. But like I'm starting to like really like read the markets like a fucking pro. Like we'll be like, I know exactly where it's gonna fucking go. Well, it's gonna go from premium to discount. That's all it's ever gonna fucking do. But how was that?